We learned yesterday that the nation's largest abortion provider, Planned Parenthood, abused this emergency process and grabbed tens of millions of dollars of taxpayer money for which they were completely ineligible.
27 GOP senators urging Attorney General Bill Barr to investigate Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, this after a Fox News exclusive reveals the abortion provider was given $80 million in PPP loans.
Here to weigh in on the cash grab fallout is constitutional attorney Harmeet Dhillon. Good to see you this morning. Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Of course. Now, as we know, as we've been told, that any companies with fewer than 500 employees are eligible for PPP. Planned Parenthood says that their affiliates qualify for the loans. To that, what do you say?
Well, I think it's completely inappropriate that these affiliates, which are clinics throughout the United States that perform largely abortions, violated the law. The law that put this program into place requires that the companies that apply for it have to demonstrate that they have a need, that they're affected negatively by COVID. In fact, throughout the majority of the United States, most of these clinics were actually able to keep doing abortions. They weren't affected. They were one of the few that were not affected. And so they lied, in fact, to banks, and they lied under this federal program, and they should give the money back.
Here's a letter from 27 different GOP senators. In part, we urge you to investigate the activities of dozens of Planned Parenthood affiliates. This is to Bill Barr. The Paycheck Protection Program was designed to help struggling small businesses, not to give government funds to politicize partisan abortion providers. Planned Parenthood says that this is purely political, Harmeet, and they say that they were eligible for this. Your response to their perspective?
Well, many other big companies taking the politics out of it and taking the abortion out of it. A lot of big companies got their hand caught in the cookie jar. They took the money because they thought it was free, right, and big banks gave it away to them. But this is a zero-sum game, to be very clear. Every one of the $80 million that Planned Parenthood took, which they were not entitled to, means tens of thousands of small businesses that are mom and pop businesses that needed that money. That was the purpose for which it was granted by the government. Didn't get it. There's only a limited amount of money. And so that's really what's at stake here. Planned Parenthood took money off of the plates of people who really needed it, and they should be ashamed, and they should give it back, and it's illegal.
Well, you're seeing on the screen right now that 37 of their affiliates received the $80 million in loans. Let's go to this direct quote from Planned Parenthood, and this reads, quote, "It has nothing to do with Planned Parenthood healthcare organizations' eligibility for COVID-19 relief efforts and everything to do with the Trump administration using a political agenda and distract from their own failures in protecting the American public from the spread of COVID-19. But Harmeet, this is a little different than what they said back in March. If we go to this is a quote from March 25th, and this reads, "The bill gives the Small Business Administration broad discretion to exclude Planned Parenthood affiliates and other nonprofits serving people with low incomes and deny them benefits." Harmeet, what do you think changed between March 25th and now?
Well, let me tell you how this program really operated. I'm a small business owner, and I went through this process. If you had a good relationship with a bank, they kind of looked the other way. It's easier to process a large contribution to an existing lender or an existing customer than a small mom and pop that maybe was standing on its own 2 feet and never needed a loan. That's what happened. So they took advantage of this program, and shame on the banks, too. The banks have a gatekeeper role there. They were supposed to make sure that people signed off that they needed it, and they proved it. They haven't done that. And it's not just Planned Parenthood. There's some big companies that did it, and, you know, they got called out by Treasury, and they gave the money back. Planned Parenthood should do the same.
Yeah, they've had to really fix a lot of problems there with the PPP and the way the banks handled the small businesses. You're right about that. Let's move on to COVID-19. Talk about the vaccination here for a second. Everybody's getting really excited at the possibility that this fall we could have a lot of these vaccines available. The idea that maybe we might have to take this vaccine, we might be mandated to. Here's Alan Dershowitz.
If the vaccine is deemed extremely safe, then the state does have a right to compel you to take it. Because, look, if you don't want to take the vaccine, you have an option. You can stay in quarantine. But what you don't have the right to do is circulate in society without being vaccinated.
Harmeet, what do you think about this? The idea that they might force you to take this needle?
Well, I think there's another part of this interview, or another one very colorfully says that if you don't want to take the vaccine, they will grab your arm and they will jab a needle into you. That's actually not, United States law.
Right.
It is correct that they can restrict you from certain activities. We're all familiar with schools. If children are not vaccinated because their parents don't believe in it, they can't go to the public schools. And there may be other areas where you're restricted. But we do have individual liberty and autonomy under the Constitution. But, society has some interest as well. I think it's going to be a little dicey to expect a lot of Americans to take a vaccine that is barely tested and has just hastily been rolled out. I'm not really, frankly, eager to take it until a few million people take it and they don't drop dead, and then we'll see what happens. But it is rational to take vaccines after they've been tested, and I'm not really comfortable with the way this is being pushed in that regard. Now, it's great for some people, young people, healthy people, but if you have respiratory issues or older, you might want to wait and see how it goes.
Yeah, it'd be scary to be the first person in the pool on this with how fast it's being developed. I agree with that. Harmeet, thank you so much.
That's right.
Appreciate it.
Happy to be here. Thank you.